Hey, welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. Let's get into more of these top headlines. 6:30 here on the West Coast, 9:30 there in Florida, in West Palm Beach, on the campus of Mar-a-Lago, President Trump's estate there in the Sunshine State. Well, this is what we are learning. Take a look at this. This is what we know. A man detained by the Secret Service early this morning after attempting to jump the wall at Mar-a-Lago reportedly told law enforcement he wanted to gain entry to quote-unquote spread the gospel to Trump and marry his teenage granddaughter there, Kai Trump. Now, his name, Anthony Thomas Reyes. He's 23 years old. He was arrested by the Palm Beach Police Department early this morning after attempting to unlawfully enter the president's Florida resort. That's according to booking records from the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office. The police report detailing the incident reportedly chronicled how Reyes, who was previously arrested...
So this guy jumped over the wall. Alarm went off. Secret Service got him. What makes it so bizarre is that now we have the granddaughter's name mentioned. And I'm just floored by the imagination of the scriptwriters. Yeah, I said it. I mean, it's crazy, people. I'm thinking if this was overseas, deterrent would be a good word right about now. That if anybody even lifted a finger over the wall, they would become absent from the earth. Do you follow me? This is to the point, it's just comical, and you can't even wrap your mind around it anymore. Like I said a few days ago, it's like you're getting chicken fatigue, crying wolf fatigue. And I'm doing the videos and I'm shaking my head and I'm like, okay, what other kind of story can they craft? Here's the individual that back in December 31st of 2024, he tried to get in Mar-a-Lago then. And now here he is, 6 months and 3 days later, 6'3", 666, however you want to look at it, 6 months later, he's surprised. Here I am. And I'm not surprised because I see things amping up. And like I said in the video previously, Trump's birthday is 11 days from now. I expect some antics that day. I'm not sure if it's going to be the event. I mean, I'm not a fly on the wall, obviously, but the things that they come up with leading to that moment. And people, let me say this to you, especially new subscribers. This whole thing is being crafted. You might not want to believe that we share a space with other gods, of rulers, that have historical significance. I'm gonna say it again. You might not be able to wrap your mind around, nor even believe that in the time that we live in, we are dealing with historical figures. Yeah, that actually ruled and reigned in different parts of civilizations. Noah's period, during the Tower of Babel. Those are spirits. You can't kill spirits. God can kill spirits, but they don't die. They just inhabit and they embody people. Understand what I'm saying? So we talk about the Tower of Babel, Noah, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egyptian, Roman. These spirits, the Bible says Satan goes to and fro seeking whom he may devour. You have to ask yourself, okay, what did his henchmen do? What did the demons do? They do the same. They take orders. They know exactly what they're supposed to do. And all demons aren't being manifest in terms of, how would you say, that scary type figure. Demons transform and take on other forms. And when they inhabit people, they can inhabit politicians, bankers, artists, writers, they come up with these AI/fallen angel stories. And it's a sale. In this particular case, it's a dramatic sale. It is one of the marquee events that will happen in our lifetime, very soon. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. But June 14th is Trump's birthday. He'll be 79 years old. I think something serious will happen by then. If I would be surprised if it didn't. And again, they're coming up with all these different stories. If this was overseas in, the man that don't take no stuff over there, overseas, those people would have been popped on the spot. Fill in the blank. You're not hopping over no wall in foreign countries. Not in China or any other leader that's as prominent as United States president. So what makes them think that we're going to keep believing these Mar-a-Lago stories? I'm just keeping it real. So I'm going to deep dive and do the decode and show you this clown. He's a clown. Texas man arrested, held on $50,000 bond. There you go. There's your clue. 50. Why 50? It's 50 states, people. When America goes down, all 50 go down like a bowling ball hitting the pins. That's all. So they got to put the 5 C's of clues, codes, colors, the confirmation, time, conclusion. They got to speak in such a way that you don't get it. But because you guys are wise, because I've taught you very well, and many of you all know some of this and knew some of this from other content creators, bless your heart. You can understand when you see the 50 that it's saying the 50 states. Forget about the bond. They got to mention the 50. You got to mention, see, they teach future past. Oh, you caught up in the now, the $50,000 bond. Nah, in the future, the 50, okay? All these states are going to be under Julius Caesar type rule. We done. America's going to be transformed. Trespassing on Mar-a-Lago to spread the gospel and marry Kai. I mean, how hilarious. You're going to spread the gospel? That's what this guy was going to do, spread the gospel? Really? And marry his granddaughter, right? Now, he's 23 years old. I'm going to decode all that. Man was arrested overnight Tuesday after admitting to trespassing on Mar-a-Lago property, according to court records. Palm Beach police responded to Mar-a-Lago shortly after midnight on Tuesday. Yeah, freaks come out at night, right? Now this guy he's a Texas native. See, Mr. Reyes? He's a Texas native. And I found that to be interesting because as they sell this story to us, they, many times, like I say, it's future past. They got to go back. When you think of Texas, you think of JFK. I'm going to say it again. When you think about Texas, you think about JFK. So you got the JFK aspect that's lingering in your brain, right? Because the guy is at there dealing with Trump. And so as I decode, I'm looking at the thing. Anthony Thomas Reyes, that's his name. That just happened to come out to 88. And Trump's text number is 88022. Yes, Trump's text number is 88022. Okay? Historically, 88 means something else in another country in the 1930s. You got to put it together. I help you out. 8 is the H. H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. So you got HH. You wise. You can figure it out. See, it's just there. Like I said, on December 31st, the same guy was at Mar-a-Lago before. Why is this crap? They're going to run out of stories, aren't they, at some point? Mary. He wanted to marry the granddaughter. Okay, what does Mary come out to? 33 for Masada and 75. What is 75? People, March 16th is the 75th day of the year. John 3:16, the Gospels. God sent his son, Jesus, to sacrifice his life. 3:16 is 75. They're simultaneously. That's how they speak. They just had to create another event, put the granddaughter in there, and boom, Mary. They had to get a word to connect it. Mary. 75 means 3:16. 3:16 is sacrifice like the Gospels. Something's going to be sacrificed in the future. That's all. The 50 states and unalive Donald J. Trump. That's all they say. And look, he's in Florida, hopping the fence, hopping Mar-a-Lago. March 3rd, 1845, they were founded. Gotta look at the state. March 3rd. Take March 3rd, 2026, the next birthday of Florida, versus today's date, 6/3/2025, right? Because early Tuesday, he ain't got nothing else to do with his time. He hopping the fence. The difference is 274 days in between. What is 274? That's your sun god, Sol Invictus. When Julius Caesar and the gang, well, the Roman Empire went back and did what? They started worshiping the sun god, Sol Invictus. Oops, there it is. They got rid of Christianity. So it's another decode where they're showing you, when you take the state of Florida's anniversary birth date, subtract it from the day that this guy tried to hop the fence or the wall of Mar-a-Lago, it come out to the sun god, of which they want us to start serving. Do you understand? This is how you decode, baby. These are the guys that they serving. This is why Trump is talking about the golden age. Excuse me for yawning. That's why Trump's talking about the golden age. That's the sun god, people. Your sun god is the golden age. Do you follow me? That's all this is. It's all it is. Now here's his granddaughter, Kai Madison Trump. Madison Trump.
Power off.
Her actual birthday is May 12th, 07. May 12th. Look at this here. Take May 12th, 07, subtract it from today when he tried to scale the wall. You're talking 216 months, people. 216 months between her literal birthday and the day this guy tried to scale the wall. What is 216? Did you know that Barack Obama was born on August 4th, which is the 216th day of the year? And did you also know that in the movie I Pet Goat 2, there's a cartoon of Barack Obama sweating the letter V on his head? There it is. And V is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. V, 22. So that's fitting, isn't it? Barack Obama, that's August 4th, 216th day of the year. And 22 is the V. What happens with the V? The American flag shreds in two. Everything behind him disintegrates, just blows up. It's the destruction of something. So it's speaking. It's fascinating how they do these numbers, people. You just have to figure out how to pick them apart. Then here we go, 5/12, that's her birthday, Kyle, 5/12/2025 anniversary, versus 6/14, that's Trump's birthday, 6/14/2025. The difference between Trump's granddaughter's birthday and his birthday is 4 weeks and 5 days, 45. That's Trump. All in the family, right? These people who come up with these stories, these scenarios, they know how to connect the numbers. God just gave me the gift to pull it apart. So here's her birthday again, Kyle Trump, 5/12/2025. Remember I told you the guy was 23 years old? The guy who keep jumping the fence, jumping the wall? I took it literally, 2/3, like a date, 2/3/2025. I subtract the difference. The difference is 312. What is 312? Trump won by 312 votes when he beat Kamala Harris. It's not a coincidence, baby. They speaking. We almost done. And here's Texas. The guy's from Texas. The guy who scaled the wall, he's 23 years old, trying to be like O.J. Simpson and jumping around. Look, Texas was founded December 29th, 1845. Take December 29th, 2024, its last birthday, subtracted from today when he tried to scale the Mar-a-Lago wall, 6/3. The difference is 5 months and 5 days between the last birthday of Texas versus today's event. What is 5/5? Didn't Julius Caesar die at 55 years old? Hello. All right, here we go. And 6/3, today's date, versus 11/22. Why did I do 11/22? JFK lost his life on 11/22. The anniversary is 2024. You see, the guy's from Texas. When you think about Texas, you think about the event of JFK. So I took his death date, 11/22, subtracted from today, 6/3, I got 194. What is 194? 194 is July 13th. That's the day that Trump, they say, got hit in the ear in Butler, Pennsylvania. And guess what else? The guy who did it, that's him. And guess what his name is? His name is Thomas Matthew Crooks. Thomas Matthew Crooks. Well, guess what? This guy, his name is also a Thomas. His name is, here he is. Where is he at? Anthony Thomas. What are the odds? We got an Anthony Thomas who's trying to preach the gospel, right? And we got a Thomas Matthew. Thomas Matthew. Those are two biblical names when you think about it. Thomas Matthew. And then this clown here, he's got a biblical name in Thomas. Anthony, what could that be? Anthony, like Tony. We're going to leave it alone. But people, at some point, they're going to veer straight into a moment. Either a Julius Caesar moment, or an airplane moment, or something. But I want you to understand it's going to be a fake Trump. It's not going to be the real one. Get it through your head. And do not go into shock. And don't trip. Don't go after the messenger, which is me. There are very few of us who do this type of work. And there isn't a big percentage of people on the planet that can either wrap their mind around it or even want to deal with this. The other day I was on the phone with one of my colleagues, Joseph Aquaviva, and we talked, and he said, Pearson, there aren't a lot of people that do this type of work. They really know it, and they connect it to biblical and the last days. There aren't a lot on YouTube. There aren't a lot on social media. We're rare. So to get this thing out, it might sound like we're crying chicken or crying wolf. We're not. We're just sent to do a work on this internet highway because it would be impossible to reach enough people any other way. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you guys being here. Remember, we're one step closer to the coming of Jesus. That's all you need to know. Get right, stay right, get ready for the flight. My name is Friendshot Pearson. If you want to go to my site, you just click on either Friendshot Pearson or Friendshot Blue. Click on my portrait, I appreciate it. Then go to more. I have Cash App, Venmo, look at that. Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and PayPal if you want to help the channel or mail a love offering. I appreciate you guys. And thank you guys. I got a gift yesterday in the mail. Thank you. I needed it real bad. And a few of you guys have been sending me some Cash Apps. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It really does encourage me. God bless you. God bless America. And hey, keep on going, Christian soldier.